The Nets play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it for you tonight, live from Brooklyn, New York. Looking at Toronto, they took the win in their last game against the Indiana Pacers. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was...
Raptors. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. So for Toronto right now, Ostrovsky, he's in at small forward. Bismack Biyombo is out there with MyCareer. Then it's Corey Joseph, and it's DeRozan in at the shooting guard.
A moment now to see the stats for DeMar DeRozan. Great showing for him last season. He was around 23 points a game last year, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
Well, his mindset allows him to stack those points up. He wants to carry the load, and clearly he does.
And that one falls for space. Powell, he's jacked in for the Raptors. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Raptors trail by 7. They set the pick. Now, here's Joseph. He's guarded by Udrih. Clock at 6. Here's Ostrovsky. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And whenever Freak finds himself in New York, Clark, you can always bet on seeing his mom and dad in the stands watching him play.
Well, Freak is somewhat the pride of New York with his roots and ties to the city. When they own you, they embrace you, you're theirs. And it's always nice to see a player getting that kind of love from his hometown fans.
The Raptors have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Now here's Carroll. He's covered closely, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. This is their first matchup of the season against this squad, and he knows the shot blocking in the middle will certainly be an obstacle. But he said, quote, "We've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack." Guys, he said that putting their bigs in high pick and rolls and shooting the open jumper with confidence will be key. We'll see how they do.
All right, Doris, thanks. Well, guys, they're thinking mainly about how to tackle the defense they're facing.
And that's got to be the focus. It takes a lot of game planning to come up with ways to put points on the board consistently against these guys.
And we know this coach is very comfortable game planning. He'll have a lot of ideas of how to attack this defense today.
Spates sets a screen, fires, high post, no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And 2 teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year, but they played each other to a draw.
Yeah, you know, they split the season series, Greg, and you look at it, was it matchups? Perhaps good fortune or luck? Tonight we'll increase the sample size by 1 game and see who comes out on top.
McCallum, who's checked in for Udrih.
Ray McCallum.
Here's McCallum. 11 points for him in that last game against Philadelphia. Passes to Stauskas. Dishes to McCallum. That's Biyombo with the rebound.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Freak sets a screen for Joseph. Over to the left wing. The shot by Carroll, no good. McCallum. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. It's the Nets. They lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And a chance to hear from point guard Kyle Lowry about the chemistry of this Raptors team. They're all pulling in the same direction. The question is whether or not that team unity, as rare as it is making a difference for the Raptors. Does it make Kyle Lowry any better? Do they just give it more time?
You know, you could argue.
And the Raptors with some changes. Biyombo checks in for Jonas Valanciunas, and Freak subbed in for Patterson. So the Raptors 5 right now. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Then it's Freak, and there's Bismack Biyombo, and it's Daniels in at the 4-man position. And Udrih kicks to Jack. Screen by Young, and Jack, here we go. Young with no one around. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Lowry. Nice touch on the shot from close range. Lowry's got 4 points this quarter.
I really hope he doesn't try that move again. It worked the one time, but he's not the guy to be working the crossover.
Here's Jack. Young, a screen on Lowry. Jack dishes to Young. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Jack's got his 5th assist in this one. Raptors trail by 6. Poked loose. Freak passes to Lowry. There's the feed to Daniels. Here's Ostrovsky. Rebound, Brooklyn. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
And that one's good. Daniels.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Freak.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fella.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for the Nets. Nick Stauskas comes in for Jarrett Chapman. Hollis Jefferson passes to Scola. Nice follow-through on the fadeaway. And the Nets lead by 8.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
I know there's some teams out there that would prefer to just shoot their way out of a slump, but, you know, getting a few to drop from in close or inside the arc is often a good way to get your whole offense going.
Shot clock at 2. Joseph, that's good.
4-3.
Brooklyn leading by 5. Stolen by Joseph. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Joseph leading the charge.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And Udrih kicks to Spates. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Nets lead by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The 3rd quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
They have not been effective against Young at all. He has 12 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Here's Kilpatrick. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Screen by Scola. Now Udrih to the middle. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And here's a look at the stats for Biyombo. A very nice season for him last year. 3rd in rebounding and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And as you said, a top 3 rebounder last year. He just seems to know how the shot's going to come off the rim and always hustles to get there.
Scola hits them both. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Feeds to Carroll. Kicks it to Freak. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. With the break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. And you look at Biyombo, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Free throw good. Freak. So he gets them both. Nets leading by 6. Here's Udrih. Shot from 12. Goes up again. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Nets.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
Freak kicks to Carroll. Pass to Powell. 5 to shoot. Releases from the wing and drills it. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the third. Now Udrih. Screen by Scola. Pass to McCallum. Shoots it up. It's good. This time the assist from Udrih. McCallum's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets. Here's Powell. He's guarded by Udrih. To the wing right side. There's 53 seconds left in the third. Clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Carroll, no one around him. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Here's Udrih. Screen by Scola. And Udrih kicks to Scola. Joseph with the ball. And there's the 3-second violation. The Nets making a switch here. Stauskas is checked in. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Raptors. Nets leading by 6. And here are the Raptors now. So for Toronto right now, Ostrovsky in at small forward. Lowry out there with Powell. Then it's MyCareer. And it's Nogueira in at the center position. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
the 2K Sports postgame show.